Hello, hello. This is Latifa Safir with Latifa Safir Studios. I know some of you were not able to catch the Zoom call that we did this afternoon for the Giant Clammy Club, and I didn't hit record to start. Then I tried to record the second half, and that got messed up as well. So I thought, why don't I just shoot a really quick video showing you all the quilts so that you can see them and catch them even if you didn't catch the Zoom call. And I'll talk a little bit about the Giant Clammy Club because it's just over a week to sign up. So the Giant Clammy Club was originally designed for all of you who purchased the Giant Clammy and were really excited about it and then put them on a shelf somewhere and didn't really get a chance to play with them a lot. And I think that they really deserve to be put out and utilized. And so I thought, why don't we sew this summer? Why don't we sew together? This will also give me an opportunity to finish one or two Giant Clammy quilts that I've been wanting to finish as well. So there's always something behind it, but I'm looking forward to it. It's over a 6-month period. I'm going to give you plenty of time to finish your quilts. We're doing 2 months per each of the 3 quilt designs that I've selected to play with for the Giant Clammy quilt. The very first one is Clam Toss, and then we're going to do Glam Clam with pickle dish or a wedge arc across the top of it. And then the last one we're going to do is put a ring on it, which is of course my version of a double wedding ring quilt. So I'm going to show you all of those in just a second. Really quickly, what is the Giant Clammy Club? It is a guided sewing of all of these quilts. So it's all virtual, it's online. We have a private classroom as well as a private community on my webpage. And once a month, the second Friday of the month, you'll get a video, whatever kind of video backup support that you need for sewing that particular quilt, including links to existing videos, but actually new content will be showed there. And then any PDFs that you all need for making that particular quilt will be included, so no extra charge on that. You do have to own both the 16 and the 24-inch clammies. If you want to join and you don't own them, we have a very short window, basically over the next 8 or 10 days, for you to purchase the 2 giant clammies. That's the 16 and 24-inch. It's a $200 investment. That's a discounted price. But I really, when you see the quilts, you understand how worth it is. They're so much fun to play with. And then, what else do we have? Private community, videos drop once a month, PDFs, all the PDFs that you need, and then weekly we'll get emails and downloads to the classroom, basically on things that you need to know to keep pace with the rest of the group. So 2 months for each one of these quilts is actually quite generous because these quilts are a relatively easy sew because the clamshells are so big. So do you know how big the giant clammies are? They're unbelievably large, but I love them. So this is the 16-inch. If you see it, it's almost across the width of my body here. That's how it looks, and it's pretty fabulous. I really love it, but I made the giant clammies because I selfishly wanted a 16 and 24-inch clamshell template that I could cut all kinds of curves with, and this is the ridiculously large 24-inch clammy here. So this is the clammy 24. It's pretty awesome and a lot of fun, and you'll see the quilts in just a minute. So let me go ahead and show you that. Let me make sure I covered all of my points. And then we'll do fun like games and prizes. Oh, we have once a month, at least once a month, we're going to do an open sew on Zoom where we can share and ask questions and sew together right there on a Zoom. Okay, let's look at the quilts really quick. Clam Toss is first up. We'll spend May and June sewing Clam Toss quilts. And we're going to do full clam shells. This is a fun baby quilt. So it's a large baby, small laps, 48-inch square, 4 whole clams and 8 half clams makes this. Isn't she beauty? Great for featuring your large scale fabrics. And honestly, whatever scale fabrics you have look great in this, but they really are fun to sort of fussy cut and center your large print fabrics, scale fabrics. These are some older Anna Maria fabrics, Anna Maria Horner then, Anna Maria Perry now, but these are old Anna Maria Horner fabrics. But just think, you know, capes, tulas, things that have large focals on them. And then I've done this as well in smaller scale prints, whether it's a Carolyn Friedlander or Liberty of London. So it looks great across the board. So that's Clam Toss. I'm going to try to show you this one here. It's a huge quilt, so I don't know how much of it you're going to see on camera. The beauty is these quilts sew up pretty quickly. So this queen size quilt, it takes longer to lay out all of your fabrics and figure out order, because it sort of really matters when the pieces are that large than it does to actually sew it together. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And this is a roughly queen size quilt. I'm actually only going to open half of it right now so you can get an idea on camera of the scale. So this uses African wax print fabrics. If you're a maximalist at heart, this may actually make you very, very happy. See how gorgeous it is? Beautiful, right? And like when I finally made this quilt, after I made the first batch of Giant Clammies, I'm like, this is why those super large templates exist. Okay, so let's look at the next quilt. Excuse those, they do get tossed while we're filming. So the next quilt, I thought it would be fun to do a variation on a classic and standard. So the quilt that I'm known for and will be known for forever is Glam Clam. This is Glam Clam with a twist. So now we're doing Glam Clam with a the arc on top that either includes wedges or pickle dish points. I hope you guys are going to love this one because I do. We're going to do this in a combination with Glam Clam and 16 and 24 inch Glam clamshell clammies, as well as the Glare Quilt and More template. You're not required to purchase that. If you have it, then that's good. But that is going to make this arc really, really easy. And this is just some bleached denim fabric that I've been playing with. Isn't it fun? So this is the wedge version right here. And the wedge version is really easy because you pre-cut your wedges, lay the template on top and trim it down, and then sew 6 of those together. Plus there's a little bonus piece here that we'll talk about in class for sure. And then I'm excited about this one. This has been on a bucket list quilt for me for a while, is to do a pickle dish version of Glam Clam. But isn't it beautiful with that 24-inch size clamshell? I love it. Look how gorgeous it is. Beautiful, right? Yeah, I really, really do love this one, and I can't wait to see the whole quilt made out of this one. And I'm going to give you guys at least one other option as well for things that you can do with that Glare template in combination with the clammies to make a Glam Clam quilt. Okay, so that's months 3 and 4. That'll be July and August. And then September and October, we're going to make what I think is like the epic bucket list quilt for a lot of quilters. And I'm going to show this to you in contrast to the original scale. And that quilt, of course, would be like a double wedding ring style quilt. And my version of it, it's called Put a Ring on It, of course. So let me get this prepped for you so you can see the, so if you see the ring size on the original Put a Ring on It quilt, I think you can see that in the camera. See the size of that ring? It's actually a nice big bold ring. I love it. This quilt actually has disappearing rings, and so if it can be made to look a lot more traditional, but this is just one version of it here. So that's Put a Ring on It. Look at it with the Giant Clammies. This is just one ring now. So now I'm going to create this really big, beautiful, bold quilt using multiple rings, of course, and see how much quicker it's going to go together, but how much more in your face it is and how much more fun we can have with fabrics. So excited. I have this one planned to use on my bed. This is going to be one of those that'll be in my collection and it'll get washed and worn and used. But I love, love, love. And then I was able to because this has been one of those bucket list quilts for me as well. I wanted to make it a lot more traditional, and so I dug deep in my stash to pull lots of low volume, sort of more pastel colors, and then do these bright cornerstones. And I also put it on point as well so that we'll have scalloped edges. Now, this quilt is about 80 by 80, so I don't know how much of it you'll see in camera, but I'm going to show you as best as I can, and I have a picture of it as well. But look how gorgeous it is. You see those scallop borders? That red and pink cornerstones. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see some of these prints inside of. I am so in love with this quilt. So this, once again, we use the Glare template to help with the arcs on this as well, and then use the 16 and 24-inch clammies for the other parts of it. So I hope that you're as excited as I am. If you are in one of the big group that purchased Giant Clammies but never did anything with them, then I would love if you can join us on this journey. It's going to be 6 months of really a fun time. We're going to make 3 quilts. And the fun thing is, once you've made, 1 or 2 or 3 of these quilts, then you'll realize how quick and easy they are. So this is going to be great if you have to knock out quilts for holidays or for birthdays, or if you want a special quilt for your bed like I do. So I hope you can join me in the Giant Clammy Club. It's $149 for all 6 months with everything included. You do have to purchase separately or own separately the 16 and 24-inch clammies. And registration is just up until March the 16th. And then beyond that, I'll close registration, or I'll leave it open. Maybe if you own the clammies still, I may leave it open a little while longer, but that gives us an opportunity for everyone to be able to purchase Giant Clammies if they need them. But other than that, I hope you can join me. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.